Hello everybody, we are here today with Mats Fredin. He is part of our current exhibit titled Sanctuary, and he's gonna show us a little bit about the work that he does and how he does it, and tell us a little bit about himself. Hi Mats, thank you so much for talking with us today.
Oh, okay.
Can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
A little bit about ourselves, yeah. And I started doing pottery seriously here in 2009, I think it was, roughly. So, and since then I've been doing it more and more and more, and now I just about do it full time. But yeah, no, it all started off in Sweden. I went to art school and took pottery, and from there didn't do much pottery after the fact, because you can't really make a living on it, just being a single potter type of thing. So anyway, so I did mainly kitchen cabinets instead then. But so anyway, after I retired here with the kitchen stuff, I started doing pottery a little more serious, and found kind of a niche here. Doing coffee mugs is one of the big things, and the glazes that I use are bought glazes. I don't mix glazes myself. It takes a lot of work and research and stuff like that to do that, and I'm very happy with what I found that I purchased anyway.
Nice. So. Yeah, your colors are amazing. So you have just opened up this kiln. Can you tell us a little bit about what's happening inside there?
So this kiln is now sitting here, and these mugs have been, before they were put in, they were sprayed with a glaze on the outside and a different glaze on the inside, and a clear glaze on the inside, because I paint them, all the mugs, with a underglaze, slip underglaze, before I fire them the first time, like you do. You fire the first time, and called bisque firing, and then there's no glaze on except for inside I have the color, and then you fire a second time, which is a glaze firing, and with the glaze firing is always very exciting, because when you open the kiln, you always have expectations what it's going to look like,
right.
and things are always little improvements that you try to do, kind of thing, to make things a little bit better every time, which is, yeah, it's always exciting. And so this, the bisque firing we do, is up to 1177 degrees.
Wow.
And how you can tell that exactly, you have little holes in the kiln here that we can look in while it's firing.
Yeah.
And this is a cone that starts bending when it reaches the right temperature.
Oh, okay.
So then you know, and it's more accurate than like the temperature gauge we have here.
Oh, okay.
But the temperature gauge I use just to set the kiln. This is not an automatic kiln, which everybody has now. I only have old equipment.
Okay. That's working for you.
So every hour I have to do set the temperature, but I'm trying to keep it around 100 degrees Celsius per hour, and increase, and then you check on this thermometer here how it's going, and it has 3 different levels of, so you can make sure that it rises evenly. That's
okay.
Very important. So when you come to the end, hopefully there is one on each level here,
yeah.
And hopefully they bend over about the same time. That's kind of what you're trying to achieve. Kind of
evenness about
the
whole thing.
Yeah. So, and then the reason you go to a certain temperature with the glaze is just to get a certain finish on the outside.
Okay.
And if you go higher, it gets more and more glossy.
Oh.
This particular glaze.
Oh, okay.
So, and if you saw that little tea set we have down there, it's very,
Yes.
very glossy.
Yeah, so is that at a higher temperature
That's
then?
gone really high.
Okay.
It went out of control actually. That's why it turned like that, and it turned out pretty good.
Actually, yeah, it's really beautiful.
I had some problems with it. So I had to buy some new parts for this for the thermometer here. So anyway, so yeah, you have to be very, very specific when you set it up for glazing, so you don't have any dust or dirt or anything, and you have to clean the vacuum and blow out any dust because it creates dust by itself.
Okay.
A little bit from heat, just the heat kind of. This is a very porous material that the kiln is made out of, and so there's particles coming out of it all the time. So you vacuum and clean it really well before you set the kiln up, and yeah, this is an old thing that I bought for very cheap. So, but that's the main thing in pottery. Keep it simple and cheap.
Yeah. Will you take us inside your studio and show us how you
Sure. Yeah.
get started?
Yeah, okay. And this the spray booth, and this is just this is actually what it looks like when I'm working. This is a screen that picks up glaze because it sucks air this way, kind of thing, in. And this is where I do all the spraying of the...
So you set the piece on top of the middle there?
I set it, yeah, I put it on here, and I put the mug on, I'll show you. I put the mug on there, see? I put the mug on here, and then I spray it. This is an old record player that I used for... It works very good.
Yeah. That's great.
So, anyway, so that's how that works. So.